What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to Unveiling Wild. There's no doubt that everybody loves pets. Pets are like a companion in daily life and are family members whom you love greatly. But there are many things that come with keeping a pet at home, from how to care for them properly and their monthly expenses. If you're into some of the most beautiful and exotic animals, you might want to worry about the purchase price too, because that enough can break your bank. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the most expensive pets in the world today. Number 10. Capuchin Monkey, $8,500. People may have seen capuchin monkeys on TV shows like Friends and movies like Night at the Museum, which makes them want to own one themselves. These monkeys have lovable personalities and are one of the most intelligent of their species, but they can be a little handful at times. Buying capuchin monkeys ranges from $3,500 to $8,500. On top of that, setting up a proper enclosure starts at $650 to $3,500. You can also expect to spend at least $25 a week on food, which will primarily include fruit and insects. Number 9. Hyacinth Macaw, $14,000. These elegant birds are adored for their colorful patterns, but are much more difficult to look after. They can often be as tall as 40 inches and have a wingspan of 60 inches. They're gentle, intelligent birds, but even though they can be loud, they're not the best at talking. They've been known to live for 50 years, so getting one is a lifelong commitment. The price of these birds often ranges between $6,500 and $14,000. Their enclosure will cost at least $2,000, and it should give them plenty of space to fly. You could also expect to spend around $60 a month on food, including nuts, berries, and seeds. Number 8. Samoyed, $14,000. Samoyed is one of the most beloved dogs in the world and a perfect companion for families with children. They're kind, gentle, and devoted. Most people cannot resist a white cloud-like coat of these dogs. If you're interested in buying a Samoyed, the prices are as high as $14,000. They're also highly maintained animals and need a lot of attention. Their white fur sheds a lot, so they need to be brushed often to remove all the lost fur. Unfortunately, they're prone to many expensive health conditions such as corneal dystrophy, autoimmune conditions, and cardiac disorders. Number 7. Palm Cockatoo, $17,000. Also known as the Goliath Cockatoo, these massive birds are distinguished by the feather mohawk feature on the top of their heads. They might not be brightly colored like the hyacinth macaw, but they still have a regal appearance. $16,000 is a fairly average price for the species because they're difficult to breed and close to becoming an endangered species, so you'll most likely need to obtain a permit to own one. In addition to the price of the bird, you can expect to spend at least $1,000 a year to care for them. Number 6. Savannah Cat, $20,000. The Savannah cat is one of the most beautiful animals to look at. It's a hybrid between a normal domestic cat and an African serval. These cats are not dangerous in any way, and they're actually considered a desirable pet because they have the loyalty of a dog but the independence of a cat. These cats usually cost from $12,000 to $20,000, with females being more expensive than the males. You can expect to spend anywhere from $340 to $900 yearly to take care of a Savannah cat. Although it might be easier for you to adopt a regular cat from your local animal shelter since they're so similar. Number 5. Stag Beetle, $89,000. These massive beetles are considered a prized possession to many, so bug enthusiasts will pay high prices just to own one. Despite having massive pinchers, they primarily only eat leaves. Unfortunately, these beetles usually only live 1 to 2 years, but they have been reported to live up to 7 years in some instances. While the price to own one is generally very reasonable, a Japanese breeder once sold this bug for around $89,000. So if you see a large bug in your home, don't squish it if it's a stag beetle. Number 4. White Lion Cub, $140,000. These lion cubs get their white color from a color mutation first spotted in 1938. That color is what makes them desirable. However, any type of a big cat will require a permit and can even be illegal in some areas. You need to look hard to find them as they come from regular lion litters. Since these cubs are so rare, the starting price is $14,000. Those aren't the only expenses that you'll need to consider, as they need several pounds of meat a day along with a suitable enclosure. So unless you're incredibly wealthy and have experience in taking care of wild animals, you shouldn't be tempted by these cute faces. Number 3. Clone dog, $155,000. As you can imagine, cloning can be pretty expensive. The reason people take this route is that even if their dog passes away, they want to have another dog that's nearly identical to the last. Yet, a clone will never be the same as the original, so instead of spending so much money to clone your own dog, it might be better to adopt a dog in need and donate the rest of that money to help thousands of other dogs as well. Cloning a dog typically costs between $50,000 and $100,000. That alone might sound like a lot, but many families have spent as much as possible just to have their beloved dog back in their lives. One couple went as far as to spend $155,000 to clone their dog named Sir Lancelot. Now they have this clone who is named Sir Lancelot Encore. Number 2. Tibetan Mastiff, $1.5 million. One of the most expensive dogs in the world, the Tibetan Mastiff is extremely rare. For this reason, the price for this creature is insane. They were first bred as guard dogs as they were capable of protecting sheep from any kind of danger that approached, including bears, leopards, and wolves. Their thick coats of fur help them to stay warm even in very cold weather. The reason why this breed is very rarely owned by anyone is that they're expensive to care for. Not only do they eat a lot and require a lot of grooming, but they're also prone to many health conditions such as hip dysplasia, hypothyroidism, and eye anomalies. Most of the time, these dogs can be purchased for only a couple of $1,000s, but it's very difficult to find a true-blooded Tibetan Mastiff. In 2011, the most expensive dog was sold for $1.5 million. He was an 11-month-old Tibetan Mastiff named Big Splash who was at an auction in China. Number 1. Thoroughbred horse, $16 million. Topping the list of the most expensive animals is the beautiful thoroughbred racehorse. Why is it so expensive? Well, it has something to do with its incredible speed, with an average speed of 71 kilometers an hour. So a combination of genetics and speed made these horses really expensive. Like most horses, their care is not easy either. They need to eat at least 15 to 16 pounds of clean grass every day. You also have to clean after them and take care of their hygiene and health, which takes a lot of time, so having them is a full-time job. A quality thoroughbred often costs between $100,000 and $300,000. However, one particular horse named Green Monkey broke the record for the most expensive pet. He was sold for $16 million because he was a legend. During his first race, he ran an eighth of a mile in only 9.8 seconds. Therefore, the price of these horses can vary based on skill level. Owning a pet always seems an exciting and rewarding experience, as pets can be good companions for humans and help them through depression and loneliness. But before you consider adopting a pet, consider your circumstances and way of life so that you can take care of them accordingly. If you want to buy one of the most expensive pets in the world, remember that these adorable looking animals are more than their cute faces. They're living creatures first and foremost, and they also need love and care as any other human would. So make sure you only buy a pet if you're fully prepared for it. Well guys, this about wraps up our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, do hit that like button to let us know, and do be sure to subscribe to our channel as well as hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any more of our upcoming videos in the future. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And